Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Core Set 2021 draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below with any questions or feedback. You can catch me streaming live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. Join in all of the fun. Currently, we're sitting 6 wins out of Mythic, so if we go 7-0 in this draft, we'll make it there, which would be pretty good. We're using the Johnny avatar at the moment here. Okie doke, so what have we started off our draft with? We've opened up Liliana's Standard Bearer, which is definitely a solid card. 3 mana for a 3/1 is not the best stats, but when it draws you like 1 or 2 cards, a lot of the time it's going to be 2 cards because you can go like 2-drop, they play 2-drop, you trade off, then you play Liliana's Standard Bearer, draw 2 cards, which is quite good. So I like Liliana's Standard Bearer a decent amount. In the uncommon, Solidarity can be good in the green-white counters deck if you have like Conclave Mentor, and it's okay with some of the other things in there. Wingmare can be solid, but not my favorite card because it is kind of understated, especially if you end up blocking. Bazir's Acolyte can be quite good. I think it's the best common in this pack by a decent margin, followed by the Mistral Singer, which is pretty good if you're like a blue-red spells aggro deck, but not really good in a lot of other decks. I think it's definitely between the Acolyte and the Standard Bearer here. But I think I'm going to take the Standard Bearer. I've been liking playing a little bit more of a controlling bend to things, and this is going to get a lot of value in a lot of games, so just going to start off with that. Immediately punished here by getting past Conclave Mentor. This card is absolutely a house, really quite powerful. It works super well with Bazir's Acolyte. But, I think it was close, and things don't always have to work out perfectly. So I like Mentor, I like Bazir's Acolyte, and I like Llanowar Visionary as a nice little follow-up to the Standard Bearer, because Visionary is also just a nice little 2-for-1. You can build a nice black-green grindy deck. The Mentor will be nice if white-green ends up open specifically. There is also Tyrannodon. I think we're gonna... Getting past this card doesn't really mean a ton. There's also a backstory Acolyte. They took a rare, so we don't really know a ton. I like just getting a Llanowar Visionary as a very solid card. I don't like Blow very much at all. It's just like clunky, and you'll play it, but you're not going to prioritize it as much. I think it's definitely between the Mentor and the Visionary. I think Bazir's Acolyte is solid, but I think if I was going that path, I'd take a Mentor, just because Mentor is really good. But I think we're just going to take the Visionary. And we're going to finally jump onto the white train with a Seasoned Hallowblade. This card is fantastic, works really well if you can get a counter onto it. And we are still open to going different avenues. We could go green-white, which was looking open with the Conclave Mentor, but I'm assuming that the person that we were passing to took the Bazir's Acolyte, and then they just got a Conclave Mentor, so green-white might not be open pack 2, though it could still be wildly open pack 3, and if we are getting third pick Hallowblades and stuff, our deck is still going to be good. We're not going to take the Sanctum here and go for a Sanctum deck, because I don't really have any good payoff Sanctums, like the Black Sanctum or anything. Rousing Reed's solid, but I just like the Seasoned Hallowblade here. And now there's a Grasp of Darkness as a nice removal spell. We could still end up white-black. Crypt Lurker is okay, but not really my highest priority. I like Tide Skimmer a decent amount. Gnarled Sage can be solid as well, but Grasp of Darkness 4th pick is a nice little signal. So far, I'm liking where we're at right now. If our deck had started off in white-green, this pack would have been a real whiff, because we don't really want Dub, though it is a nice combo with Hallowblade, so I probably would play 1 copy of Dub, depending on how my deck ends up looking. But I like getting a Grasp here. Okie doke. And now there is Sanctum. There's also Temple of Silence. Rise Again can be okay if we end up with some big creatures to reanimate. But that's more of a blue-black thing. There's some nice green cards. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. This is Katana. We're not sure we're playing white. Neither of these white cards is very good. We're not sure we're playing green. Black is the color we're most likely to play, but Rise Again doesn't even fit into every black deck super well. We could take a speculation on a Sanctum, or we could just take the land here. I think we're just going to take the land. If we end up in a black deck, especially a black-white deck, we're going to be happy we have it. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get there on Sanctums here, given that we already passed the green one. Now there's a Sanctum that we'll probably take. Frost Breath, not like the end-all be-all card. Pegasus can do good work in certain decks. I don't think we're going to miss out on a Walking Corpse. I think Thrill of Possibility is the best card in this pack, but I'm not going to move into red for it. And here we're just leaving ourselves open to just having a very straightforward white-black deck. If we get another Sanctum, we could definitely get there on that. Animal Sanctuary, this is coming around pretty late. It's not that hard to have a couple dogs or cats, especially because like Alpine Watchdog is a pretty good 2-drop in white, and it's, yeah, not that hard to get there on that. Like, we don't have any right now, but it's not going to be hard to get there, I don't think. And Temple of Silence makes our mana better, so we can afford to play cards like this. Thank you, TJ Tildalemans. That's a nice compliment, I think. G.I. Joe's awesome. Okay, and then if we are in white-black, Tavern Swindler might get a little bit of a bump if we do end up with some cards like that care about gaining a lot of life in one chunk. There is also Skeleton Archer as just a great card in its own right, but I think we're going to take the 2-drop. It's going to be hard to get an enabler like this, and I think Skeleton Archer is good, but it is fairly replaceable with the Crypt Lurker. And this card, I do like it a lot, but I'm going to try the Tavern Swindler, because if we do end white-black, we're going to want some life gain stuff, I think, to really bump up our deck to the next level. I do like the Archer, though, a lot. And now an easy Alpine Watchdog here. We have an Animal Sanctuary, so we're definitely playing this card. It's also just a 2-drop, so it's going to fit nicely into our deck. It's also one of those 2-drops that's oftentimes going to trade, which makes our Standard Bearer better. You don't even lose life with this card draw, which is nice. Not a huge fan of the zombie. Valorous Steed can be okay, but getting a Watchdog really makes Animal Sanctuary go up a decent amount. And now a Short Sword can definitely work well with some of these smaller creatures. It works well with the Hollow Blade, things like that. We're not going to be moving into blue. We don't want Light of Promise. But that is kind of funny with Tavern Swindler. The card's just not ideal. And now there's Hobble Fiend, or we could just take a Walking Corpse, or we could take a Blood Glutton. I don't love Blood Glutton, but playing one copy of it can sometimes be okay if you have enough life gain synergies. We don't have any life gain synergies, so I'm not loving it right now, but we'll take the copy. It's more likely to make our deck than the Hobble Fiend, I think, at this point. And now there's Gloomsower, Bad Deal. Let's just take Bad Deal. Yeah, I'm going to close these windows. And we'll just get a Wizardry. Yeah, not really much to discuss here. Just taking random cards. A couple late red cards here. Let's see what we get to start things off. Well, well, well. Quite a powerful card in the Basri's Lieutenant. It takes a lot to get me to take something over Malefic Scythe. But I think Basri's Lieutenant is that card. We have some +1/+1 counters running around. And overall, I think this card is just great. Yeah, Gloomsower is just too expensive. Malefic Scythe is great. It works well with some of the, like, we don't really have any sacrifice synergies, but just the grindy nature of our deck. But Basri's Lieutenant can just be like a dominant player. 4 mana, 4/5 Vigilance that dies into a 2/2. It's just so good on its own that we don't really need that. And we have a Short Sword already for basic equipment needs. I just think this card is fantastic. Gonna pick it up. And now another Grasp of Darkness. I would love to get a Feat of Resistance. That card is really good, but Grasp of Darkness is just premium removal spell, and so I think it's going to beat out Feat of Resistance. You can even do things with Liliana Standard Bearer where you wait and then play it on like turn 5 and then kill a creature before. This is a second pick Tempting Hold, which is also good, but I don't think we're going to be getting into blue. We had no blue pack 1, so the person passing to us is probably in blue. Okie doke. And now kind of a miss on this pack. Archfiend's Vessel, not a card I'm super hyped to play. Warded Battlements can sometimes be okay. Hey, that rhymed. Nice. Mind Rot can be okay as well, but that'll wheel. Let's just take the Warded Battlements. There's a potential chance we want to play that, though not super high likelihood. We're not going to want any of these other cards because we are not playing those colors. I think the person passing to us is almost definitely in white, based on those great white cards we passed them. We'll take Daybreak Charger here over Rise Again, Watcher. I don't love Palladium Mirror in this format because you just don't have stuff to spend mana on a lot of the time. We do want more dogs. I wouldn't... Maybe I was supposed to take a Rambunctious... maybe hopefully the Rambunctious Mutt Wheels. Just gonna get the Daybreak Charger. And now... Fetid Imp. Don't really think we're a Mind Rot deck still. Booyah! Indulging Patrician's a nice one. Wears a counter well. If we can get a counter on it, works well with the battlements. Works well with Short Sword. And it works well with this Tavern Swindler. So pretty happy to get an Indulging Patrician on color gold card. I don't think our colors are open coming this way, or maybe there just haven't been any good black cards open. But I find it unlikely that they got into black-white because we took all the good black cards. And while we did send some good white... Oh my gosh, really? This is a late Teferi's Tutelage. Really weird to see that one. I think we'll just take the Masked Blackguard, though. This pack has been really bad for us. We could also take Valorous Steed. It works pretty well with, like, Warded Battlements. But I can tend to get a 5-drop whenever I want one. Now a Deathbloom Thallid, I like it. A lot of red cards coming around here. Maybe red was where I was supposed to end up. But I think we're still in fairly good position. We're not going to take another Sanctum. We're not going to play this Sanctum unless we get a black Sanctum anyway. So we're definitely just taking a good 3-drop over a speculative Sanctum. And now Alchemist's Gift. Just so much red. It's absolutely absurd. We would have had a pretty good red deck if we had jumped ship into red. Nobody seems to be in red in this entire pod. Like, this thing wheeling is just unreal. But at this point, we're just going to focus on what we do have. Unreal. I don't think we were in a position to get into blue-red at any point in this draft, because we didn't see any blue. But late cards. Just another late Wizardry there. Mind Rot came back around. Wow. Absolutely unreal pack if you were a white-red deck there. Yikes. Here we're going to take the Angelic Ascension. I haven't actually played with this card yet, which is weird, but I just never end up with decks that can play it. But I think it's great. You can just kind of save your creature from removal, make it a 4/4, or in a pinch kill your opponent's creature if you really need to. And it's just going to be a good card for us. Not really looking to play Fetid Imp, I don't think. Angelic Ascension is just like a nice little card. We have a nice little aggressive deck here. It just hits quite hard. After that, I might take Revitalize in case we get more life gain payoffs, but I don't think that's super likely because they are mostly uncommons. Here, pretty easy. Skeleton Archer. We don't need to prioritize any of these random white cards. We don't need any more 2-drops. That's awesome, Joachim Dubele. Wow, we could have had a crazy blue-red deck if we'd somehow gotten into blue-red for pack 2. We could have had like 4 Goblin Wizardries. Basically got 2 without trying. Just gonna take the Archer though. I like Archer. I don't understand how this is happening, but you know, we're gonna have a fine deck. Look, we have 23 cards right here, pretty much. We have 20, but then we have 2 lands. We can just take a Defiant Strike, maybe. This is a real shame. Just like all these crazy red cards coming around now. It's hard because it's just hard to know how to get into these various decks. Like, blue-red was just so open pack 2, and it was so open that, like, I don't think there was a single drafter in blue-red because no blue-red drafter passes out on that one card. Hokey smokes. Just unreal. I don't think we can play the Chrome Replicator. Dub is not the worst with our Hallow Blade. It's also a caged zombie. And another short sword, just like unreal. The deck is okay. It's solid. I think it's definitely going to be gonna have good games and play out well. But it could have been a masterpiece if we had somehow gotten into the right colors, which I don't think was super easy to do in our seat. And now we'll take a makeshift battalion, I think, over another Blood Glutton and a Legion. Just random red bomb rare coming around. It doesn't work in every deck, but it works in a lot of decks. Whew. And there's a Vrine Wingmare. How many creatures do we have? We have a lot of creatures. So Vrine should be pretty good for us. Over Valorous Steed. Another dual land could be helpful. Carrion Grub. Not really great in this deck. We'll just take the land. Then a Chrome Replicator could potentially make the cut, but probably not. Crypt Lurker's a nice one. Was there no red drafter at all at this table? We're not playing a second Warded Battlements ever. Another Alchemist Gift, maybe? We have a lot of low toughness creatures, which makes that a lot worse. Not playing that card. So we're not playing Defiant Strike. We're not playing the Sanctum. We're not playing Silent Dart. And we're not playing the Animal Sanctuary because we only have one dog. That would be an interesting draft to just re-watch to see where the heck we were supposed to get into the deck. We're going to cut this because it is a colorless land, and with only one dog, it's not worth the risk. We're going to run 16 lands here. I could see running Fetid Imp over Blood Glutton. And I could see running Bad Deal over Mind Rot. Yeah, and other than that, the deck looks pretty solid. We're going to cut a land here. What's our colors look like? Pretty heavier, a little bit heavier on black, but we have a lot of white 2-drops, so I like having it even. And that's going to do it for the build, and I'll see you in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, especially those who support me at the credits level. I really appreciate the support, and thank you so much for helping me continue to produce high quality content on a consistent basis. It really does help me out a ton, and if you'd like more information about what it means to become a patron and the cool rewards you get as my way of saying thank you, you can find that information at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Without further ado though, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We just need one land for this to be functional, but we need a swamp for it to be good, and we don't have any of our best cards, so we're going to mulligan this. This hand is much better. Going to get rid of the Blackguard. If we had ended up with a blue-red deck, it would have been much better, obviously, but you can't get into that mentality in Limited. Just get to protect our creature. They're spending mana and we're just discarding cards. Our hand isn't great anyway. Definitely wanted to play that second swamp so we can play Grasp of Darkness. Nice, good draw. We are going to play our Tavern Swindler. We only have one Indestructible up for our Hallow Blade right now, but them having 2 removal spells seems relatively unlikely. Oh yeah, it's such a pest to deal with in any situation. Entrancing Hold would be annoying here. I think our deck is actually pretty good. It just looks worse when given the way the draft played out. Yeah, they're using their 5-mana removal spell to kill our 3-drop. And it's not even a high-powered 3-drop. Do we scry, or do we... I think we scry. Punished. Or do we hold up 2 things for it? I think having only 1 thing is fine. They've demonstrated a lack of ability to kill it. Thank you so much, R. Bateman, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome to the community. Let's get a warm welcome in the chat for R. Bateman. Grixis doesn't have big creatures that can just sit in front of a Hallow Blade, which is nice. It's a 2-mana 2/2 a lot of the time, but if I have an Indulging Patrician out, it can sometimes be better than that. Okay. Fetid isn't lethal on its own, and it's just going to die to Hallow Blade, so we're just going to hold it up as another discard thing. Sure, it's a Palladium Mirror. Now we'll have to discard 2 cards, but these are lands, and they're going to lose this thing and this, so it's like 2 for 2. They should have blocked first. They've messed that up in a big way. If they block first, then I have to discard in response, and then in response they can go for this. I have to discard before damage, and then I have to discard 2 cards. Thanks, R. Bateman. Yeah, they could have done that as well. And now I have another lethal player. Oh, under your control. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. I misread this card. Much worse than I thought it was. Still solid, but you know. Okay, now we're gonna get the Fetid Imp down. We know that they only have... Oh, shoot. Okay. Seasoned Talonblade is not remotely close to being fair. I can understand why people are lower on this card than I was until a minute ago. Okay. That was a top deck and a half. Oh my gosh. Wowza. Ugh. One, two, three, four. They can get back this thing, yeah. We're going down to no cards in hand here. So our Hallowblade is vulnerable. But they can't play their card to get back things and play multiple creatures, I don't think. Unless they drew a land here, in which they can play these two. But if they did draw a cheap creature, they're also fine, so... They have top decked quite well, I will say. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. That was a crazy game. We're in Diamond 1. Can this deck take us to Mythic? Debatable. We'll see, though. Welcome to round 2. We've got our little synergy package. Swindler into Patrician. We do have a couple tap lands, which is awkward. Do we lead with Scoured Barrens or Temple of Silence? I think Scoured Barrens. Because Temple of Silence can be useful later, so if we draw our third lane naturally... Yikes, okay. Watchdog is in the building. Wow, what is happening? Okay, if they have a combat trick, we're okay. Well, Gadrak must die. Don't want that. We'd rather have a land. We're just going to kill the Gadrak now before they can have Feat of Resistance up. Because a 5/4 flyer that we can't really push through is not great. What up, dog? Just gonna play our Indulging Patrician, stop their Air Force. I will say, this is going to be tricky to defeat. That made it a lot more difficult. Do we even have a way to kill Baneslayer? That is the question on everyone's mind. And I think the answer is no. Skeleton Archer plus this could do it. We're definitely trading this thing off for a new card. We need Skeleton Archer and then a land. Okay, we lose. Yikes. Well, at least we don't demote down. Whew. We got a great hand here. Baneslayer Angel Voxslayer. 5 mana, 5/5, flying, first strike, lifelink, protection from demons and dragons. Whew. Did I mention lifelink? I feel like I might have just said flying first strike, but it has lifelink. I'm using a Johnny today, channeling my inner good cat. Turn 2 Grasp into turn 3 Vrine into turn 4 Bazari's Lieutenant. This card is definitely worse than I thought it was based on my first reading. Gonna try and keep our life total high here. Let's irritate them with our Vrine Wingmare. Wingmare. Put the counter on himself, because he is a good ground creature. Beautiful. We will block there now. And then flash in our standard bearer. Two to the top. Bad sign. We can upgrade this guy into a 4/4. But I don't think that accomplishes much. They put 2 cards on the top, so we'll have to see what that entails. Oh, that's what that entails. Okay. Please attack me with your Stormwing entity now that you've tapped out. Thank you. We will kill our own Watchdog. They can ping me for 1, hit me with this thing. Or I can chump this on the ground, play this thing to gain some life. Weird that they let me block here. Yeah, weird not giving flying, I agree with that. So we have 7 mana, so we can play these 2. I kind of like that because then I can save this. Because they can get both these flying. Okay, so as long as they kind of whiff on this turn, we're going to be in great shape. Okay. That looks kind of like a whiff. Hopefully this works out. Oh, this would have been a 3-powered creature, my bad. I could have attacked with it. Oh my gosh, the shame. Wrecked me. Good thing I didn't attack with this guy. This thing would kill me, but I have this guy to gain me a life. Gain me 2 life, actually. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So even if they kill this, I can still win. Because this thing can block there. Gains that 2 life. Yes! Get wrecked! You thought you tricked me with your stupid discontinuity! Oh, that's justice right there. Oh my gosh, they almost savaged me. But I held that Vrine Wingmare back! Let's go. Another fantastic hand! Let's go. 3-drop, 4-drop. We have Grasp for something a little bit later down the line. We don't really want to grasp their 2-drop. We'll keep ourselves the option. You're late. I like getting the Thallid down. I could also have played Caged Zombie because it just strictly blanks this, but if they attack me, I'll just attack back. Well, I know what we're Grasp of Darknessing. Well, let's put the damper on things. Please give me a land. Please, I beg you. No! Why? There's no justice in this dark world. I'm so sad. If we could have pinged the Hobble Fiend, I think we would have won this game. So unlucky. Tut tut. I'm so disappointed. Oh! Put Demonic Embrace on it, buddy. You know you want to. Wow. That's how it goes sometimes. If we had drawn 1 land this game, instead of whiffing every draw step, we could have pinged the Hobble Fiend. They wouldn't have been able to sacrifice. So they're going to sack this anyway, but we can save ourselves 4 damage with this guy. They'll just sack it now, so we save ourselves. Actually, 2 damage. Yeah. It is what it is. Put it onto this guy, buddy. Be creative. Embrace your inner workflow. Wow. Can't believe they did that. Now I actually have quite a few outs. Like I have like Grasp. Can you imagine if we drew like Angelic Ascension or something? I think Grasp is best, obviously, but we can at least trade with Angelic Ascension, so we have 2 outs now. Ah, 1 mana short. Story of my life, eh? Now they can't attack me, which is nice. Can you imagine if we win this game anyway? Well, they're attacking. Play a 1 toughness blocker. Hey, nice. We're gonna put it on this guy. Okay, let's see what you got, buddy. This will protect us from a shock top deck. Pew, 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 pew. Clever opponent! Oh, that was clever! Oh my gosh! Can you imagine if they made me ping myself by trying to click the good game emote? I don't even know if that was intentional, but I like almost clicked on my avatar so that I could hit good game, and then right as I was about to, they passed priority back so that I almost pinged myself. Oh, you're right. It wouldn't protect me from shock. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was, I think they definitely punted that one when they didn't suit up their Hobble Fiend. I don't know why they wouldn't suit up the Hobble Fiend, but yeah. Whew. See you in the next round, folks. Our scrappy little deck is continuing to battle it out. Lead with Swamp in case we draw Grasp of Darkness, but most likely just going 2-drop, 3-drop, then hold up Angelic Ascension. They could shock this. Thank goodness they don't have shock. They can just Scorching Dragonfire this guy. Yep. Depending on what they do, I could Alchemist gift this to make sure it trades with this guy. Sure. I wonder why they did it like that. The pre-combat Sabertooth Mauler. Da-da-da-da. This is a madman. Okay, so this is close. Death Touch ensures that I trade even if they have Titanic, so we're gonna do that. Or Ranger's Guile. Big draw. Or bad draw, you know, either one works. Wrecked. So wrecked. Big draw here. Come on. Yes. Do they have a second turn to slag? Dang it. Bummer. Oh, the 4-for-1! Oh my gosh, I'm so good! What a draw. Ownage. The art of owning an opponent. Wow, they didn't attack. That's funny. Okay. Nice! And then Hollow Blade! Oh, yes! Okay, we'll trade Fetid Imp for... No, we're not going to trade Fetid Imp for Snare Spinner. Whoo, baby! Bad deal with killing the Volcanic Salvo and a Surge. I like it, I like it, I like it. Do we want to put the counter... Let's put this thing onto the Hollow Blade. So they can't just block there. I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. You like these... I forget the rest of the song. That was a sick top deck. Bad deal. I knew bad deal would be better than Mind Rot. They should have done that on my turn. I can equip it here and then they have to block there. But I like it this way. Because now they're at 1. They were going to have to block here anyway. And we have a double indestructible. This thing's a 4-2. They could have a Colossal Dreadmaw or something. Portcullis Vine. It's just a chump blocker, though. Protect him from, I don't even know, random ping. Boom! This deck is doing so well! Holy smokes, we're only 2 wins from Mythic with this deck. We got this, chat! Come to another round. We're on the draw, but we have a solid hand here. Oh, a 2-drop! Yes! Oh, baby! We are 2 wins from Mythic, and we have our card draw. Yes! They don't kill our 2-drop. Life is good. Furious Rise does nothing. We'll make their stuff cost more. Also give ourselves an evasive threat. We're going to discard the Blackguard. Nice, drawing towards those removal spells. Balto! Oh my gosh, it is Balto! Oh, crud. Well, that's a bummer. Grasp of Darkness? No, it's not Grasp. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll see what they go for here. Something you sometimes have to do in a pinch. I think we're gonna play Cage Zombie. Because then we can just keep draining them even if they do kill our stuff. Having to give them a 4/4 was no bueno. Gotta be said. But it was better than them getting a Terror that peaks trigger, I'll tell you that much. We were a little bit risky doing the lifelink instead of the death touch on that one, but it worked out well. Okay. We have to go for the coin flip victory, folks. Obviously, we're going to get our 1/4 into play, and Swindler fits perfectly here. Boom! Let's go! We're 1 win from Mythic! Drum roll! Okay, I'll see you in the next round. Welcome to the round that will decide whether or not we get into Mythic, and we're facing off against none other than Lord Tupperware. Friend of the stream, frequent guest. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh no. No, not Tupperware. It was supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Oh my gosh. He did stop streaming in Plat. No, I'm not gonna ask him to make me win. That would be terrible. Okay, he missed a land drop. That's a good sign. It will let him feed resistance us. He is mana screwed, which is helping, I will say. Hey, short sword's great. Ah, the Angelic Ascension, I see. Whew. So we can put it on this guy or this guy. Yes, we're in Mythic! He did get mana screwed horribly, but we got the win! Let's see where we got placed. Rank up, rank up. Mythic number? Why doesn't it tell me? No! I just want to know! Oh my gosh. Nice. Let's see, where did we get put in Mythic? Come on, come on. Mythic versus Tupperware. It's not even the finals. We have one more game to go with this deck. Number 28! Oh my gosh, we're number 28 in Mythic! Ah! Holy heck! Jeez, I'll see you folks in the next round. Welcome to another round. We are playing in the final round of this draft, hopefully. Hopefully we can clinch that 7-win run. We are number 28 Mythic, so we have to defend our title. Don't want any more lands, thank you very much. Whew. Here comes the 2-drop. Do they have Lofty Denial? It looks like it. Nope, they do not. Thanks, I am Highway 35. Attacking gives me better odds than... Yeah, they could have cancel. Yes. Ooh, yeah. I did put in a, whatever it's called, to make it so that my spikes of audio aren't as loud. We're just gonna play our Crypt Lurker. Gonna keep attacking. This guy, on average, so basically, the way this works is we can either hit them for 2, or coin flip, and if we win the flip, we deal 3 to them. So it's like a 50-50 to do 3, so it's like 1.5 in the net. So. But once they play a blocker and that guy can't attack, then we'll be doing that. Okay. I don't know why they'd block the 1. They do the 1/4. Play the Patrician again. They can counter it if they want. Yep. Yes! Oh, yes! Whew, we moved up 4 spots, up to number 24 Mythic. Holy crud. Unreal. Unbelievable. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way to the end of the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with any questions or feedback. But also, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag, I I mean, I want a hashtag that reflects the fact that the draft looked like it was going super south, but then we clutched it and it went 7-1. So maybe hashtag aggro gets it done to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. This was a super sweet draft. I'm super hyped. We're in Mythic, and life is great. You can check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can subscribe to the channel there. You can also join the free NicolaiBolas community Discord server. Support me directly via the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. And yeah, that's going to do it for this draft video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.